Welcome, everybody, to Dealing with Yourself, Episode 9. I am your host, Danny Till, Danny, silent Hill. Yep, I am back. It has been a month, and, this will be a really quick one. It's only like 25-ish minutes. Anyway, so this is going to be a quick episode. A quick little thing is for the first 4 or 5 minutes, maybe just 3.5. I don't know how, I don't know how long it is. Just be doing a quick tribute to a classmate of mine who passed away. Raylan is somebody who I always intended to ask to come on the podcast because I wanted to talk, because I haven't seen him since we graduated. I think that was the last time, yeah. And we'd always get in touch, always followed each other, but I never really truly stayed in contact. I'll get into that and talk about it a little bit more, but yeah. So here is Dealing with Yourself, Episode 9. And you'll be listening to it now. A person I went to high school with passed away. His name was Raylan. And I just wasn't aware how sick Raylan was. I truly wasn't aware of how sick Raylan was. Like, I know he went through chemo and all this shit, but I just wasn't aware of how sick he was. Because I know chemo is a very serious thing. It shows that, hey, you have cancer. But at the same time, I just wasn't aware of how sick Raylan was. And then I saw on Facebook the GoFundMe. I was just like, fuck. God damn it. Anyway, I wasn't crying, but I was just fucking pissed because this was another thing about, because again, I always intended to reach out, say, hey, how you doing? I have a podcast now. You want to come on, do an episode? And I still haven't done interviews on this podcast yet because I just don't really want to do them yet because I'm not really comfortable doing this shit all that much. Because I'm just talking into a microphone. I'm staring at a Mac screen, but I'm still, stuttering and mumbling my words. So imagine, talking to somebody for an hour, and I'm still just like this all the time. Just be like, But then, and when I saw that, I was just like, fuck. And, I'm not a religious person, honestly, but I said in a post, I'm glad you're out of pain and you're in a better place. And that's what I'll say about Raylan Sexton. You'll be missed. And I'm just glad you're out of pain and I hope you're in a better place. So that's that. And then I was telling another classmate of mine, and he's somebody who I talk to pretty frequently. I said, I just don't want to talk. I just don't want to randomly have that person that blows up your phone. And I've told some other people this, like, I consider you a friend. And it's like, and they're like, yeah, you are for sure. And I was like, I know, but I just don't want to blow up your phone. I was trying to text people a lot, and the one that was like, why? I was like, I just don't want to blow up your phone. I don't want you to have your random phone randomly just go ding. And everybody said that too. She's like, you're good, man. But at the same time, it's just like, man. And goddamn, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. I don't know anybody else. Let me just crank this fucking fan. Dun 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 dun. And speed number 3. Too loud. Alright, it's decent enough, but you'll probably hear a fanning sound in the background. Let's see. Okay, not too bad. I just hold the microphone up to the fan and say how badly it goes. Not bad at all. But anyway. So I had the fan on, I'm doing this, and like I said, it's hot as fuck. People are going outside, and shit's on fire, and it's raining ash, so get the fuck back inside. Or at least wear a mask, so you don't, get sick. And, god damn, when you haven't done one of these in a while, it's just like, you are fucked. So this will be a fairly short episode. This is kind of like just, return! But actually, you know what? I'll spend this time to just go over, what's happening on the podcast for the next couple of weeks, or for the next 10 episodes. So what my plan is to do is now I've thought about this now. I'm gonna end dealing with yourself over at 100. I'm gonna end it at 100, and then I will start a new one and just go, and then then just because again, like I don't want to rename it. So I may as well just start a new one, and kind of like have that be like the next chapter in my era of the podcast world. Sorry, I'm on the Rotten Tomatoes website, and I'm just looking at Russell Crowe, and he's got this movie Unhinged, and he's all, I'm Russell Crowe, mate. I got the Oscar for Gladiator. I know he doesn't talk like that, but it's my douchey impression of Russell Crowe. And, they're showing shit that's coming out. Mulan, I'm not paying $30 for that. Fuck that shit. Tenet, I will go see in the theater. New Mutants, I want to see in theater. Bill and Ted Face the Music, I will watch on demand. But if it's in theaters near me, I'll go. And actually, there's a movie on Netflix I watched a couple days ago. It's called Project Power. It's the #1 movie on there right now. That thing is fucking dope. I don't understand why people are disliking it. Because I think it's fucking fun, and it has one of the most original ideas of the last decade, if not over 10 years. Because for those who don't know, it's about a pill. You twist it to ignite it, and then you swallow it, and then you get powers for 5 minutes, but everybody's power is differently. So again, I won't say what Joseph Gordon-Levitt's power is. I won't say what Machine Gun Kelly's power is. I won't say what Jamie Foxx's power is, because that's not revealed until the last 15 minutes of the movie. Now, part of me still doesn't understand what his power is. I had it narrowed down to 2 things. But yeah, it's fun. It's about 2 hours. And it's pretty decent. And one thing that's annoying though is I technically have HBO Max on Hulu, but because I'm on a Roku and a Fire Stick, I don't really get HBO Max. I just get HBO, and you know why? It is because the actual HBO Max app is not on Roku or Amazon. Those are the two, or the Fire Stick rather. Those are the two top streaming platforms on the planet. Is that the right word? Platforms? I just know that it's a place. I just know that it's an app or fucking. I just know that those are the two leading streamer distributor play things. Because then of course you have it on your PlayStation and other shit, but and on Apple TV. But it's not on Roku, it's not on Amazon, and I have both of those. So I haven't watched an episode of South Park in about 3 months, if not 4. Jesus fucking Christ. And then, they have some, I haven't seen Seth Rogen's new movie, American Pickle, yet. I haven't seen some of the other stuff. Because, again, I haven't seen it yet because it's not, I can't get it. And also, and on Disney Plus, I still have not seen Hamilton. And I know, it's on there. It's 2 hour, it's there. You can watch it. It's the original cast. It's great. I just still haven't watched it because I'm a lazy motherfucker. And also, my thing is, if it's an original, like if it's a Disney Plus original, Prime original, Netflix original, I know that those won't go away, and I'll just watch it whenever I feel like it. So yeah, I'm kind of lazy that way. Oh, look here, it says Batch Movies on HBO Max. John Wick 3, own it. Us, own it. Boy Erased, seen it. Die Hard, own it. Monster Calls, seen it. Black Klansman, seen it. Bridesmaids, own it. Blind's Blinding, seen it. Star is Born, own it. Crazy Rich Asians, seen it. They Shall Not Grow Old, still have not watched that yet. Ooh, Hidden Gems on Prime. Last Black Man in San Francisco, still haven't seen it. Hot Rod, amazing. Hole in the Ground, don't know what that is. Selah and the Spades, haven't seen it yet. A Vigilante with Olivia Wilde, haven't seen that yet. Oh, but speaking of Olivia Wilde, congrats on booking the Marvel gig over at Sony. Let's see, then there's Love and Mercy, that's a great movie. To Kill a Mockingbird. There's this one called I See You, and it's got creepy ass eyes. What the fuck is this shit about? That's creepy as fuck. It's these gray eyes. Okay, it's not a face really, or just type in the letter I, and then space SEE space U, and look at it. Look at that. That shit's fucking creepy. And I watched this movie Dead Silence last night, where it's ventriloquist dummies. It's not a great movie, but it's fucked up shit a little bit. But I know that Lee Winnell is not a fan of it because of how studio interfered it was, and that's the reason why he only writes on spec now. And also, do you guys have Apple TV Plus? I don't have it yet, and I probably will not get it for another 3 or 4 years. Because they don't have a whole lot of shit. They really don't. And the only real movie they have on there is the fucking... What is it, Greyhound? The Tom Hanks movie from World War II that he wrote. And then Ted Lasso, I heard is good. I haven't seen The Morning Show. I haven't seen Central Park or whatever the fuck that animated show is. They're starting to get shit, but it's just I'm not going to pay for a handful of shows because there's just nothing really on there yet. But anyway. How about you guys? Do you guys have HBO Max? Do you guys have Apple TV Plus? Comment. What do you guys think about it? And I don't know anybody else, but who does a podcast when it's just them talking about themselves and it's not interviews yet. It's just fucking weird. Oh, DC Fandom is on Saturday. That should be cool. I want to see the Suicide Squad panel and a couple of the Snyder Cut panel. Oh, and apparently SpongeBob 3 is in Canada, in some theaters. Congratulations. The rest of us have to wait until fucking early next year because it got sold to CBS All Access. So about 9 just looking around a little bit. Uh-huh. 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 Boring. Oh. And, something that I thought about recently is, let me think. Oh, yeah. There was this question, because I don't know if you guys have heard of this show called Ask the Internet. It's on YouTube. It has some fairly interesting questions. Because Chris DiStefano was on there. So if Chris, if that's not how you pronounce your name, I'm sorry. 2 ones that stick out. $10,000 for every day you don't masturbate. How long do you last? That's a hard one. Let's go 200K. Because you have a nice little income. Income. All right, another one. Sex with the girl of your dreams, but she holds a press conference afterwards. Ooh, that's a tough one. Because I know who the girl of my dreams is. I follow her because I came across her on Tinder and I follow her on Instagram. She's gorgeous. She's fucking hot as shit. Yeah, and then again, it's not like one of these random Instagram models. Like, it's somebody that lives in the Sac area. Me and her are the same age. Okay. So, hypothetically, if I get to have sex with her, yes. But she holds a press conference afterwards. Now, think about that. Is the sex probably going to be bad? Yes, because spoiler alert, your boy's still a virgin. And yeah, do you guys like that? But anyway, so let's say hypothetically, unless it's one of those things where she tells you what to do, then she's pleasured. Or it's one of those things where after she holds a press conference and she's like, "Oh my god, Danny sucks at fucking. Oh my god." Every day she has to be like, "Oh my god, bitch, you're not gonna fuck me right. Why can't you fuck me right?" Oh man, I'm trying to think now. For anybody who's listening to this, if you were listening to this when you're like on a treadmill or just running around, or you're just sitting in your kitchen with your mummy and she's having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and maybe a scone. And you just have this look of disgust on your face, and then she usually goes, "What's wrong, dear? What is it you're listening to? Is it something that's very naughty, very filthy? And then you just go, "I knew way too much about Danny." Yeah. So, would I do that question where it's sex with a girl of your dreams, but she still holds a press conference afterwards? Yes, because hypothetically, even if I was bad, I probably would still get high five from classmates because of how hot this girl is. And for those who are wondering, no, it's not somebody that we went to school with. So relax. And then yeah, and of course a lot of shit's happened in the last couple weeks since I haven't been on. Oh, and then it was announced a couple days ago that Tig Notaro was going to replace Chris D'Elia in the Army of the Dead movie by Zack Snyder for Netflix. They're going to do it with some reshoots and put her in a green screen, and they'll CGI her into the action scenes. And again, because it's a Netflix movie, it's not going to be one of those things where, because you know how, because if those who don't know, even if you're cut out of a movie, you still get residuals. And I know that for Netflix movies, you don't get residuals because again, they don't go into theaters, and when they do, they go towards the streaming service and they go towards the producers. And when Netflix movies go into theaters, they're only for a couple weeks, if not a month. The only one I can think of that's still in theaters is Roma, but it's not like it's playing at a theater like 25 minutes from me. It's one of those ones where it's like in a random probably in Los Angeles. But good God, that's a tough situation because again, they shot this movie like a year ago. They shot it last summer, and I don't know when it was supposed to come out. Maybe it was supposed to come out in October 2020. I don't know. But then again, Zach's busy with the Snyder Cut. I'm really happy about that, though. Anybody see that 20-second teaser? It was some cool shots. Got to see Cyborg in human form playing the football. See what's new to watch at home for commonsensemedia.org. Good God, a bunch of this stuff stinks, man. And I know, you're probably listening to this like, come on, Danny, keep this shit moving. You should have made a fucking list to keep yourself on track for. Oh, yeah, I want to talk to you about something I watched a couple weeks ago. It's called The Tax Collector. It's been out for, I think, 2 weeks. Rotten Tomatoes is at 18%. It's so much better than that. I'm not saying it's like the most amazing movie on the planet, but I still give it like a 7. For those who are going to watch it, though, Shia LaBeouf is in it, but he's not, because the marketing makes it look like he's the main character, and he's in it throughout the whole movie. He's not the main character. He's a supporting role, and he's in it for, I would say, 2/3. I'm not saying I'm trying to spoil anything, but like when I'm trying to add up all of his screen time together, he's good in it though. He, for those who don't know, he tatted his entire chest because that man is a very committed actor. But then again, on Fury, he pulled a tooth out and he slashed his face every day. So yeah. That is one committed motherfucker, and I have been enjoying rewatching episodes of Even Stevens on Disney Plus. And then And let's see here. I'm gonna say a couple of things, and then I'll wrap this up. Oh, you guys enjoying the chewing of my gum? I will not do that anymore. So I'm gonna talk to you about what these next 10 episodes are gonna be. These next 10 episodes are gonna be very short, like anywhere between 20 to 25 minutes, and that is because I'm gonna do these like weird, because I thought about doing a whole separate podcast, a limited run podcast where it's just a bunch of voices I think of, and I present characters. But what I'm gonna do is just have these little episodes where they just talk. And just talk about themselves for like 20, 25 minutes, and I'll see how it goes. I think it'll be a fun little thingy. And it'll be very short. And so they should be fun. It'll be 10 episodes of that, and then I will start doing interviews. So yeah, and I've talked to I think 10, 15, maybe even over 20 people that want to do the podcast, and I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure that out, how everybody's schedule is gonna work, because again, I haven't worked in months and months, and a lot of people I know still work. And but yeah, like I said earlier, I really do regret not reaching out and keeping in contact with Raylan after high school, because again, last time I really saw him was graduation. And of course, we followed each other on social media, we liked each other's posts, blah 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 blah. But it's my fault. I didn't keep in touch. I didn't keep in touch enough as much as I wanted to. And I'm really sorry, because I wanted to have him on, and I would just want to talk to him for like an hour just to catch up. Because again, I had spoken to him every once in a while through Messenger and stuff, but I had not seen him in just over 5 years, because we graduated. Because 2 months ago was the 5-year anniversary of us graduating high school. It's fucking crazy. And I just I don't know. It makes you think. Because I wouldn't think that anybody from my graduating class would die so young. Especially not at, 23, 24 years old. Now, now again, let's say hypothetically, if somebody were to go in their 30s, I feel like I would be the first to go, just because, I'm very just... And again, I'm not saying, I intend to die young. But I just imagine hypothetically, let's say hypothetically I became successful very young in the business, and it was just nothing but, again, I don't have that instinct in me, but what if it was hypothetically just party? Yeah, I in a hypothetical sense, I probably would have been the first to go. I'm not trying to be fucked up, but that's just how I think. And that kind of goes back to when I finished reading the book I'm Dying Up Here, and it made me think about what it would be like as a comedian in the 70s. During that era where the Comedy Store really first began and opened up, you had comedians like Letterman, Leno, Mike Binder. You had the late great Freddie Prinze, who sadly shot himself in the head at 22 years old. He was the star of Chico and the Man. And Elaine Boozler. And just a lot of really funny people. And hypothetically, yeah, if I was around that time and I started just doing stand-up in the 70s at, 18, 19 years old in 1975, I would have been dead by 20, 21 years old. Because I know I probably would have OD'd on something. Just because it would be the 70s, Now, me OD now? No. I mean, come on, it's me. But, that's it. This is good. This is it for this episode. This is just over 32 minutes. 32 and a half minutes. 32 minutes and 30 seconds. Whoop, 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 whoop. right, this is it. Ready for the next one. By the way, I think I forgot the intro. If that's the case, here is my goodbye jingle. Goodbye, you are done listening to the episode. You are done watching or listening. But I just hope you're not listening to the podcast while you're masturbating and or pinking somebody. Oh. All right, this has been the Dealing with Yourself podcast. I am your host, DANNYT, silent HILL, Danny Till. All right. Give this video a like, comment below, hit that subscribe. Ready for more? Goodbye.